by every individual, both on the bench, in the crowd, and indeed the team that await to play 90 minutes. Sprinkling of youngsters. Now the Bahrain national anthem. And the same for Bahrain. The sing is over. The pleasantries are over. The dignitaries take their seats. Two coaches exchange pleasantries. Now we look at the team news, and I can tell you that Bahrain, who lost by 5-0, just made the one change from their lineup. Bahrain have quite a senior squad, in fairness. Team photo required. Our officials stand waiting. Coaches looking on. Dragan Falajic. Sintayong on the other side. Hopefully the formation will be better than was put together at the start for that team photograph. It is a warm night, the air conditioning units are out. Let's have a look. Just the one change today for Bahrain from the 5-0 defeat to Bahrain. Saeed Bakar drops to the bench, and in comes experienced Walid Al Hayam for his 115th cap today. Centre of defence. A few goals out there as well, to say the very least. Mohon is one to keep an eye on. He is himself a few goals from wide, 14 in 56 appearances. Of course, the captain as well, Al-Azwat, as the referees there. Ahmed Al-Kaf, assisted by Abu Al-Amri and Rashid Ali Al. On the sidelines with Qasim Al-Hatmi, all of those from Oman. And the fourth official and our VAR is Abdullah Al-Kandari from Kuwait. No such luxury though for Indonesia. They have made changes today. They've made 4 changes after their 0-0 draw with Australia. They are without Justin Hubner, who's injured, the Wolves under-21 man. And it's the bench for Rito, Tejoaon and Ferdinand, and in comes Julian Matt, 32 years of age. An international debut from these Hilgers, 23-year-old, and Malik Rizaldi gets his second cap, and Tom High comes in as defensive midfielder. Well, the form line is Australia. Bahrain beating Australia 1-0 away. Indonesia drawing 0-0 at home. Lutfala just making his way. And we start this match day 3 Asian qualifier road to 26 World Cup qualifying campaign. Bahrain with the first swing of a boot in anger. Goal kick. Dragan Talasic looks on at his charges. Place. See, it's knocked a long ball up, really nothing there for Rafael Struik. Played in the under-23 championships last year, but it's just a straight ball through the centre. Clash of heads there, and Walid Al-Hayam has gone away holding his forehead. And unfortunately, that clash of heads has resulted in a split. Shin Tae-yong, head coach of Indonesia, will look on. And immediately we have, it did look an awful clash of heads. We'll watch it again here. The ball bounces. And, the pair of them clashed once. Is Rizaldi and Walid Al-Hayam. And I think there could be a need of, as I say, a little bit of... well, if that's a boxer, I'm afraid to say that that's in a dangerous position, and is going to require, dare I say it, a little bit more attention than they can give him on the field of play. But they're strong stuff. I think Rizaldi just making his second international appearance, 27-year-old. First player still on the floor. The record Walid Al-Hayam is down as well. It looks as though there could be a change for the captain. Real, looks like a glancing blow, but now you've seen fleshiest of areas around those brows. I'd be surprised if that dressing actually stems the flow, because it looked a fairly deep incision there with that clash of heads. In the first minute, so nobody's really had the chance to settle down into the game either, and full on commitment. Walid Al-Hayam. His worry is his side being impaired by the bandage, because he's obviously close to the top of the brow as well there.
Test.
Rizaldi will make his way off to the side of the pitch, and our referee, Ahmed Al-Kaf, will prepare for the restart. Vincent Emmanuel. That's ball on the inside. Madan back to Emmanuel. Turns it inside to Bernardi. Both players will look to resume. Sport just turns it back and spread out near side. Ali Madan. Bahrain being hold of the football. Ali Haram, who's dropped into the back line for the moment, and our man's back on. Walid Al-Hayam. It's the ball back. Just need to concentrate on feeling right, because with the header, always so difficult. Good win back though in the middle of the park by Alasport. Alasport back on this near side. The run through the channel this time by Kumail Al-Azwad. Alasport. Alasport was waiting for it, but ultimately it's going to be dribbled away by Indonesia. Given there. Struik. Real Dutch influence in the Indonesian side. Certainly wasn't total football there, which has gone away for a throw on the far side. Vice gets ready. Throw this in here. Haram is the target. Good header away this time by Jay. It's and in the end a brave header, but the ball comes away, and the referee says the head went into the area of the feet there as opposed to high boots. Banari. The line by Al-Kulasi, but it's going to go away from Indonesia throw. Debut time, Mies Hilgers, a man that was just in your picture. He leaves the ball for Sandy Walsh. Steadied on by Verdonk. Struik. Rizaldi. Indonesia trying to fashion something already. Off the ball by Bahrain. Good pace and tempo about the move so far from Indonesia, although they are forced back this time. It goes back to pace. Bit of the run in behind through it, but that's far too easy this time for Bernardi just to clear forward. Game is yet to really settle down into its pattern. Just got fouled. Nobody really quite putting their foot on the ball. Hilgers gets it inside to Vitzes, goes back to Pice, who thumps it long. Spending a bit of time in the air at the moment, but some benefit from that. Resilient Indonesia, who've drawn their 2 games. So, Bahrain, channel ball this time. Pace. Playing the left side in centre half, Amin Bernardi plays against the legs of Struik. Goes from Raw. In the under-23 tournament. Justin Hubner. Nathan Johan. It's Swansea City. Their side slid in with intent to win the ball. Referee today, Ahmed Al-Kab, thought there was a little bit too much intent. Not sure about the slip in the middle of the far play. Tom Hay. Was the first man in the book. It's about on 10 minutes. Been pretty chanceless first 10 minutes, but very much expected with two sides that sit in the table and know that 3 points today is a massive boost for their possible qualification for 2026. Nothing in front of him. Now just a closing figure on his feet. Sadly tries to shut him down. At the top of the park this time, jika keeps the ball in play. It's play in the middle of the park by Al-Aswad. Run across the face of goal and had to be watched all the way. It was watched all the way by Jay. It's corner of the match. Just chips it all the way. The tracks back there by Ali Moda. Two of the back three. Centre of a five, if you can call that way, for Indonesia replaced today. Injury of one came to the bench after their last game. Beautifully swung in by Al-Aswad. Deep delivery. It's grazing off the head of the captain, Jay Exists. Madan tries to play it in. The first touch lets him down somewhat, and that will be a foul, a fairly clear foul as well. To make up for it, Mohamed Marhoun was the man that won the ball back. Appearances so far, but there's been raw. Just the one, let's have a little look. Yeah, actually, so there we are, just checking the stamp packs provided for me. Playing with some players. Oh, what's that name? Tim. Al-Aswad with his 107, well over 100 each for him today. Of course, the man that came in 115 cap for Walid Al-Hayam. The bandage around his head. High line being held here from Indonesia. Space to be flipped in. The timing of the run, the dropping of the defenders. The man on the near side here has got to look right across that line. Well, what an effort that was. Did it go in? To me, it looked like it didn't. The goal, I believe, has been given. Well, that caught everybody by surprise. The goal's been given, but what a thump that was. An absolute creaming of the football. Mohamed Marhoun has fired this in. Well, everybody was waiting for the ball to be flipped in, including the keeper, Martin Tice. Marhoun gets his 15th goal for his country. How far out is that? And what a goal that was. Clearly over the line. Only Marhoun could take that. But I was asleep like the defenders. I was expecting a little slip ball, but Mohamed Marhoun got to be 30 to 40, 35 to 40 yards out of the underside of the bar. And in. What a strike that was. Caught everybody, including yours truly, completely by surprise. Bahrain 1, Indonesia 0. A And then Bahrain send a little bit more, and another shot just dipped in. Thought he could do it again, dip again on that from Bahrain. And why not? You know, over half a century of caps for Bahrain. Just 26 years of age. Plays for Kuwait Sporting Club. Well, that was an absolute belter of a shot. I'm not sure if it was just the brilliance or the audacity that has caught out the keeper and the Indonesian rearguard. Or the simple fact that they were so, you know, he's so far out. He's got to be 36 yards out. And you can't stop him being involved in the game either. Indonesia will be stung by that early riposte. They will need to try and find a little bit of continuity, better foot on the ball, and play themselves back into the game. And that's lifted the crowd somewhat. It's Bala. And I hope his side can take that glorious opening, translated into management as the home side. Headed away on the far side by Villegas. Dropping into the back through the make form, and they're all centre halves back there. Calvin Verdonk on this near side dropping in as well. But at the moment, Jenna there just a little bit sore around his foot. Split in the corner, this time by Mari Abdul Jabbar. Footballers make great commentators, don't they? I was lining up with the defence on that one, trying to get my angles and everything right, thinking he was going to flip it into the penalty area. Mohamed Marhoud gave it a thump and called everybody out, including me. Manuel down the line. Throw now. Got a lot of options, not a lot of movement down the line, or inside in fairness. He could have go long this time. Jabbar was the man that was the aim, but it's a little bit of a rushed attack there by Saldi. Through the back of Abbas Alaspor. Back on the football. Bernardi, Emmanuel. Or with the turn. He might have popped one across the shins there. I think Calvin Verdonk got there when he could. Saw the ball, played the ball, but unfortunately straight through the legs of Alain Badan. Warm night, 31 degrees here. Salvi, I think, as I said, is starting to weep underneath that dressing. As we look down at this game, a lovely position here. And indeed in control. This football looks for Emmanuel. He's got to work hard here. Can't. This football was a little bit over here. Still though, as we approach 21st minute. It needs to just be a little bit use, I think is the word, it's not the word I'd want to use, but there's a little bit of desperation in the way they're trying to play the football. Thought Malik Musaldi would have to go off because of the spillage underneath the band-aids. It'll be a blood shirt, no doubt, and I think really it's a little bit of a stitch in that one to close it up, because I don't think it'll close on its own, that's for sure. A little bit forward now. Marhoon with the run, got the run on Hilgers. Hilgers gets a towing. It's a blend of experience versus youthful exuberance on that far side. Bahrain the ball around quite nicely. Bernardi. Now for the full coded headband now. Bernardi. It's a little bit more assured. They really have settled down since that thunder strike on 15 minutes. Madan. Gulasi. Rayam. It's knocking the ball around really well off the line. And the commentator's curse descends from the box. And it's going to be a throw to Indonesia as it's somewhat sliced out of play on this near side down by the Templarians. Gone with the throw. It's a bit of space. Again, excellent defensive work coming back there by Komai Al-Azwad. Just took the ball off and Bahrain back in possession now. Real chance. Al-Azwad tries to get it near side. Sprawled into a challenge there on the near side by Verdonk, and the returning sub. Rizaldi tried to get down the line, but I mean, Bernardi was the first person to block his path. Yeah, but momentum will be lost in this promising position. So needs to scurry back to the ball. Rizaldi. It's a dainty dink in, and there was a clearance. Yes, goes all the way back. He's put Martin Pikes under a lot of pressure. It's just to scoop it away from going away for a corner. That is not the look of luck from the keeper. Question I'll ask you. The keeper used his hands to pat the ball down without actually stopping the ball or catching the ball. Would that have been perceived as a bad pass? Because if you're just patting it down, you're not catching it, and you're not looking to play it with your hands. So just an interesting one for you, the interpretation of Football Association laws. Has been given here in a dangerous position. Indonesia will have to be on their guard to give away free kicks. It's an awkward time for Indonesia now. They trail by a goal to nil. We're into the 25th minute. Another goal now would make life very hard for them. Well, that's one. Goes it deep around the back. Not convincing by the keeper Pikes. Nice footwork by Madan. Fires a shot back in. Rebound comes out. Rizaldi. Puts the ball back. Interesting pass by Tom Hyde. Fala. Pushes his ball forward. But can't see it now for Indonesia to try and break. Rizaldi now against Vincent Emmanuel. That was a little too much. Verdonk. Walsh plays it more infield. Amat, far side. Hilgers. Indonesia trying to fashion something. Chance here. Terrific recovery. Lovely work there. Sliding in. Salah Sport is the man that's serving with Rafa through it, who looks bemused that a free kick has been given. Sliding challenge there. I think he had no real footwear to go, but just literally looks a little bit shocked at that decision, but of pace there from Sintayong. Six with a verbal inside the Bahrain National Stadium here that they've got the game where they want it. They are a goal to the good, so that makes it patently obvious, but feel a little bit more composed at the moment than the Indonesian side. There's a man who gave the lead with a scorching free kick, Mahmoud. Abdulasi. To Al-Hayyan. Technically a little bit better play, although that last pass was a gimme. Through it this time, upended by Walid Al-Hayyan. So impressed me in the under-23 tournament. And a shouting going on, a lot of balling from high. He's got to try and deliver this. It's a midfielder brought in today with the Swansea City player Nathan to join on. A bad foul on the edge of the box. Mohamed Marhoun there was the one that was just blocked or impeded on the edge of the box. These builders who go for a drinks break. Just at the moment, you're talking of wily old campaigner in Mohamed Marhoun. Here's the goal. Look at it. Really 36 yards out. Fights. Really sniffed it. Really is a classic knuckle free kick. Sorted down by Cristiano Ronaldo, hitting it on the point of the metatarsal of the big toe, right down where the bunion would grow. On the valve, that means it drops, dips and bends, and it also means when you're that far out, you can give it the office. You can give it all the power in your legs because it'll be on the drop by the time it reaches the goal line. That was a perfectly executed goal by Mohamed Marhoun. One that caught everybody unawares. Running repairs to the captain Walid Al-Hayyan. It's warm, 31 degrees. He's still wearing his jacket there. Dragan Talajic. We'll give you some stats when we're in the commentary booth of heat maps. It's so warm out there we can't see where the players are running around. It's warm everywhere. Ibrahim Lutfala to knock this long. Very to try and get in and win the ball back. He's got it back and not great. Dispossessed. This time shot. Scooped forwards this time by Bahrain. That will be another corner to Bahrain. See by the smiles on the face there by Ali Haram. They feel and sense that they are on top in this game. While ours won with the corner. Last time they went deep. Ball in again. It's a little bit on it. Let's watch Dallas as well. It says the ball down and try and set something up from the central back three. Back there by wasn't the greatest ball, and it's put them back under pressure. It says clears it against the legs of the onrushing man, but Indonesia just, in your humble commentator's opinion, just making things a little bit hard for themselves. You know, some of the decisions just causing them a little bit of grief. It says again. This time it's long. Screw it, easily beaten in the air by Bernardi. Rizaldi. Through it. Bernardi. It's a toe in. Whirling dervish there for a moment, but he got a toe in and put to that. But Indonesia have made runs towards their opponent's penalty area. On with the throw. A bit of ingenuity is required somewhere. Jenna. Pull it away. Small challenge ultimately in on. One going. Goes back. Fights will go out to Reese Hilgers. Send Bahrain on to the back line, but slightly dangerous game here because the options to look for Indonesia to their left and towards their opponent's goal seem pretty much cut down here, and all of a sudden they're going to have to go for a ball to nothing. I think it's going to be coming shortly from Jay Hidzes. Running short this time by Struik, he's taken it off his toes, and now there's a run in behind. And how easy was that to undo it? Mari Abdul-Jabbar was the man that tried to run in the back of the defence, and Idris got the ball away. You pitch there, Mari Pice. Not looked on the first two corners. Charlie at home. Lifted front post. Going for a goal kick at the front post. It's delivery this time from Kamil Al-Azwad. The cacophony noise from the home fans. Very happy with the way things are progressing at the moment. It's this. Corner from high. It's footwork there by Barat Mangoan, but again it's swooped upon. Good work by Madan. Mahon. Give and go. Madan again on his near side. Chance this time to build again. The ball to absolutely nowhere. Said there's a man down. He saw a man down, the referee saw a man down, and the man that is currently feeling it is our goal scorer, Mohamed Mahon. referees are checking a possible penalty. So I was watching the ball go away. Not sure I saw too much there. Like they're coming together. Not to see too much there. Waits his assistant. Feeling going on and going on and going on. There you know, sit them back down. You remember once being on the bench. Look at this. To me, it's looking a very painful situation by Mari Abdul-Jabbar. In certain terms, to me, with his body language, is saying it's coming together, and I would like the gentleman to retain his dignity and stand up to his feet. That's what I'm thinking, but I am a long way from the action. Certainly there's no brandishing of a yellow card, which I can see. Well done, referee. The referee's going to allow that quick free kick to be taken. Abdul-Jabbar. I'm liking Ahmad Al-Kaf there because he's saying, I saw what happened. I'll use my eyes to it. Abdul-Jabbar, he not so happy with that. So floated in. Or away this time by it's this chance inside the penalty area. Maybe could have just set his teammate up. Didn't know he had a teammate just to his right-hand side. Shot's going to come in, blocked by his own player. Ali Madan, who tried to curl it in. Bahrain, 2012. Indonesia, a very youthful Indonesia side by 10 goals to nil in this very stadium. Controversy founded, that's another story after that. Peter Taylor, the ex-England football manager, I'll take an England manager for one game. He was in charge that time of Bahrain. Emmanuel with a long throw in. Indonesia really not covering themselves with glory at the back. Now weakened, as I say, no Justin Hubner, who is currently with Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League, playing in their under-21 side. And Risky Red Hope. After their last game. It's 4-4. And by Barak Mangoi, but Bahrain very quickly on the front foot. Let's go for Ali Madan. Oh, all a good one like that. Had no right to get there. Verdonk was trying to shut it down, and Martin Pikes away to his left-hand side with the flying save. But no right to get it through there. He right on top of it, tipped it back from his right to his left. Number 4 for Bahrain, scored by Mohamed Marhoum, but it's under a free kick, caught everybody out, including me. Flat from, oh, side netted from Mondo, thought it was in. Yeah, you may well bang the floor. Amin Banani. Everybody on the far side of the stadium here in Rifa would have thought that was it. Glancing header. It's body across Sandy Walsh. Indonesia at the moment just wobbling a touch. In desperate need of a senior head to try and put their foot on the ball. Bahrain knocking it around quite composed at the moment. You are a Bahrain fan, and your biggest worry would be after having 10 shots, you haven't got yourself a little further in front. I suppose that's down to the resilience of Indonesia. In a lot of places, Ali Madan, supported by Al-Azwa, Madan, Al-Azwa, practice just to open his body out by his captain Walid Al-Hayam. Marhoum with a little flick, maybe a little audacious. Through the clearance, and it's ball to nothing, he headed away by Bernardi. Speed there. Could have gone through the hole. Jenna. Baratman going. Got support here. Through it. Jenna. Deep cross. Could look an interesting ball. Well, fair play to the keeper. Barat, he's had very little to do. He claimed that safely. Well, Sandy Walsh came running in around the back. Ball this time. But, and then playing safely. Yeah, a fair few minutes. I'm anticipating 5 or 6 at the end of this first half due to the drinks break and the prolonged stoppage for the rush of heads in the first moment. First minute, I should say. Salvi, but it's through his head, his bandage, and it's passed over his eye. The beauty of football is that whilst the composure and the professionalism of Bahrain is showing, it is a goal to nil, and Indonesia know that one error and they're in. It's this. Short resulted. Still got to run through this bit of defensive work by Emmanuel. Let his man go. Challenge on Verdon. Baratman going with the ball in. Nicely by Al-Hayam. Carried the air by Max. And Indonesia have not been completely run ragged, which gives them every opportunity of finding a half chance. But it would have to be a half chance at the moment because Bahrain are more composed to the side. There's our goal scorer, Marhoum. Al-Hayam. Through the back line, Al-Hayam. We've got 7 minutes. It'll be a few minutes. Obviously the drinks break and the central heads took a while to sort out. To run another 7 minutes in 31 degrees and 62% humidity. By process. Over the dot. Runs into trouble. He was a man that we met with spinning right with Zaldi there. Brilliant. Flashed him. Zaldi won the football. The ball forward very flat. Line up front. Although they've got white shirts forward, there's nobody making the run from deep. Dragging defenders back and somebody coming short to walk into the space. High again out to these Hilgers. Rizaldi with the ball into the box behind everybody. Little layoff. Screwing a little bit off guard. Right man going. It's through it. Tries to go outside his man. He's done really, really well there. If anything, you've got to be looking at Abbas Al-Asfour there because he was slammed too easy down by the dead ball line. And half chance, it's one apiece. Well, what did I say? Don't call me the oracle, don't say anything, but Ragnar, all that man going, sees the ball come off the bodies, drop nicely, and he goes, thank you very much. And for all the composed play you get from Bahrain, a scruffy ball in, little deflection, and all that man going, just rifles it in. Mufala just sees a white shirt 7 yards out, pouncing on a loose ball. VAR are checking the goal, we can see. I'd like a little bit more clarification as to what they're checking here, whether it's handball or whether it's offside. I don't think it's offside. Ragnar. What that man going. It's for Denda in Belgium. Looking to see if he's got his second goal in 7 appearances. A big contingent here from Indonesia. It wasn't pleasing football on the eye, but it shows exactly what Bahrain didn't want to see. You know, they've been composed, they've got the better side, they've looked promising going forward. There hasn't been a great deal from the Indonesian side from my point of view. It's been a little bit top and forward to see what drops out of the sky, and that goal was exactly that. A couple of ricochets, and then Ragnar, well, that man going, says, 7 yards out, I'll have a little bit of that. Swept his likely boot through it and into the back of the net. They are still checking. And they are Abdullah Al-Kandari of Kuwait. He'll be sat there now with his Kuwaiti comrade, Ali Chirac. As you see, this is a foul in the first jump. No sort of indication inside the commentary box area here what they're checking. Ahmed Al-Kaf will wait until everybody is done there. Checks and it's at some point we want to finish this first half. But with every passing second, the goal has been awarded. Could not see anything in there untoward apart from the challenge as the ball looped up in the air. See, they were checking for offside. Metatarsal. And Bahrain, from looking comfortable in a game, find the resilience of Indonesia. just what they anticipated. The donk. High. Just through it. The donk. All the way this time. Maaf. Great time to score an equaliser with running time added on here. 3 minutes in stoppage time. Managers and coaches have already lined up their team talks. We're all up and going. Well, he just profited from a couple of ricochets and was in the right place at the right time. We added on. We've had a goal and a long VAR decision, so I can imagine this going off for a few more minutes in the first half here. Anari, Emmanuel, Indonesia with a spring in their step. Good Palace clearance, deflects forward. Give and go there. Defensive midfielder who's sat really in the middle at Ali Haram. Yeah, on the yellow card. Silgas again, caught late. With Mahu, kept my eye on. 50 caps for that man, the goal scorer, Mahu. And he's been up against an international debutant in Silgas, who's shown his youthful exuberance by being a little bit rash with some of his positioning and diving in for the football, but that time his only fault was to have his at the wrong end of collision with Mahu. Indonesian fans now in fine voice inside this Bahrain National Stadium. It takes a completely different deflection. It doesn't hold it up. Here's a real chance here of a break. Bahrain cutting in field with support. Shields the ball well. Okulasi. Mahoon, you see, and that's exactly what I've just been speaking about. Hilgers this time sees his teammate Sandy Walsh a little too eager. Mohamed Mahoon just waits, knows the ball's coming in, he's in control of the situation, knows the hands are coming. And this is closer than the last one. And Shin Tae-young will be looking at this and thinking, not now. Don't give a free kick away in front of your own penalty box. This late on. That's in place. Well, he'll have a little bit of doubt in his head as to whether he's going to be flipped in for a cross or driven again. Mahoon. Look at that angle from our camera. Oh, chunk of goal away, man, again. And lightning strike twice. Mahoon again, goes for it, and the dips on it this time. The Vice saw it over the wall and was going away to his right. Really, all the signs are there. Do not give the ball away. It is come to the half-time break, and what a first half we've had. Clash of heads delayed things in the first half. Both players thankfully okay. Mohamed Mahoon with a shot that caught everybody out from a free kick from 36 yards on 15 minutes. Brilliant strike in off the other side of the bar. Goal line technology doing the business. Indonesia stuck in. They haven't been brilliant. Not as composed as Bahrain. They've got to go back in stoppage time at the end of the first half. And it's all level here at the Bahrain National Stadium as they head into the sanctity of the change room. Bahrain 1, Indonesia 1.